So hello everyone, back down here at the bar tonight. I have a nice little tripod set up now. I have a nice little mood lighting set up now. The only thing I'm missing, I guess, is my bar lights. Um, so we will turn them on too. Why not? So we are doing the first of the 12 whiskeys of Christmas, and I want to shout out Ben Smith from my local Rochester whiskey enthusiast group. He was the one that sent me these samples. He, much like I, sent too many samples. Well, what is too many? Too many is never enough. He sent me, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 samples for the 12 whiskeys. I sent him 13 because I couldn't decide. So, what I'm doing with these is I'm going to do these blind. I don't know what any of these are. I know the box says Rare Character Signature Series. Now, I haven't had any of the Rare Character stuff before, so I am curious to how this is going to turn out for me. I did have my wife pour it. It's over here in my other miscellaneous handshake bottles, hidden away. Poured it up about 5 minutes ago now, probably actually closer to 10. And we're gonna see what we think of this whiskey on the nose. These are single barrels, so I guess you never know what you're gonna get with them. So immediately coming to mind on it, got a nice. This has got that butterscotch, and I never really get butterscotch with a lot of whiskey most of the time. Mostly it's more of a caramel kind of flavor I get. This one I do get that butterscotch smell. It smells very nice. Don't know the proof on any of these. And again, I probably wouldn't know these even if I did pour them because I'm not familiar with the Rare Character line. I hear a lot of folks rave about it. It's one that we get a lot of picks for in my local whiskey group for Rochester anyway. So cheers, guys. Hopefully you guys are out there enjoying the 12 whiskeys of Christmas. We did end up giving away 4 for the podcast, and then we also extended that out to the local whiskey group. And I think we had 10. It was like 9 or 10 different individuals that agreed to swap 12 samples, or maybe more if you were feeling generous this holiday, with another person in the group. We random drew the names, and of course I ended up with the other guy named Ben. So cheers everyone at home. Hopefully you're enjoying some of these 12 whiskeys at Christmas. This has got like a honey grainy. There's the butterscotch is there with this. The proof's there, you can feel it. Um, Something else there on the tail of it. Like a celery. I know this is really weird, but I get a celery kind of on the tail of it for the finish. Like that nice crisp celery that you're getting with your chicken wings, that kind of stuff. That very distinct kind of nice flavor you get there with that, like a fresh celery stick or fresh out of your garden. Very nice. Very nice. Again, notes that I've never gotten before. And I know a lot of these might have, they do a lot of different finishes with their single barrel series and all that kind of stuff. But this is a really solid pour. I'm thinking the proof's going to be in the probably 10, 108 range, 110 range maybe. I don't know if it's quite 110 high, but it almost kind of smells youthy now, and I kind of get a lot of that vegetal. If that's a word. That celery kind of smell is almost coming through on the nose now that I've tasted it. It is a nice pour. It's different from a normal traditional whiskey kind of flavor. Might be how they finish it. I know there's rye, bourbons. I think there's single malts in here. I flipped through them very, very, very quickly, and there's some of these finishes I've never even heard of. It's a unique experience, and that's what's really cool about these 12 whiskeys at Christmas. I tried to give him stuff in my samplers that were harder to come by for me, or stuff that I was really grooving on lately with those. So I do like this though. I like that kind of that vegetableness. It's the vegetal note. Um, it's definitely something unique I've never gotten before. And I will say for my warm-up tonight, I had a small half-ounce pour of a Penelope because I didn't want my first taste of the day to be fried out by this. So, really rich butterscotch right up front. That butterscotch note is there. And then once it goes down, you breathe it out, and it's almost like celery. This is really weird. Or another thing I could equate this to is like wild chives that you've diced up to maybe cook with, and you might have had a piece or two to see how nice and crispy and fresh those chives are. Or like a leek, a wild leek, something like that. A very fresh vegetal note. Maybe like an onion scallion. It's a weird note. I mean, it's so unique, and it comes through on the nose there at the end of this. This rare character series, if they're all gonna be like this, really nice head trippers, stuff that's gonna get you thinking about what you're pouring. I think that proof's definitely there at 110. I think it's right in that wheelhouse of proof. But man, it is just nice. I wish it was one way or the other. Super complex. I'm gonna give this a solid score of. Let me do a final taste. That butterscotch is kind of like a creamy butterscotch. It's super nice. And then you breathe it out, and it's celery. I don't know how to explain that, other than that with the vegetal stuff. Super weird and unique, but that's what's cool about these different whiskeys I'm trying. This is kind of out of your normal Kentucky bourbon threshold or whatever, which is where I like to be a lot of times. So let's go to the little sampler over here. Pull it out. And it is the Ruby Port Bourbon. Very interesting. So I'm assuming they finished it in a port barrel. The Ruby Port Bourbon from the Rare Character series, I'm assuming. So thank you again, Ben, so much. I'm going to hang on to this right now. Now, I'm going to put a little bit more in my glass. But I would like my buddy Keith to try a little bit of this. So I'm going to leave him about a 3/4 ounce pour in this bottle. I think my score is still probably going to be, I was saying like an 8.1, something like that. So, man, I think it's just so unique. And it's not changing. It evolves obviously over the palate, like we've said, but it doesn't change how it comes off, especially after I've tasted it. Now I smell a lot of that celery, fresh garden vegetable smell. It's really quite kind of pleasant and a good change of pace. Again, is this something I'm going to drink on the daily? Probably not, but something that I'm wanting a unique pour or something like that. I think this is a good bottle for that. And I'm curious to see what the rest of this Rare Character line has in store. Nice butterscotch, even a little toffee there on the front. Celery on the finish every time. So I know that might sound weird to some folks, but I find it real crisp and refreshing. Like you said, you've had some wings, you've enjoyed some pizza, and you have those celery sticks at the end of it, and a nice kind of refreshing, just a little end to it. So thanks, Ben Smith from the Rochester Whiskey Enthusiast, for sending this over to me. There's your 10-minute. We're going to do one of these now for every one of these that I got this holiday, 12 whiskeys of Christmas, or 16 of them over the next probably month or so. And I hope you guys are enjoying it. And if you're interested in joining our 12 Whiskeys of Christmas next year, let us know in the comments below. Or if you want to do something like this in your area, feel free to take this idea and run with it. Cheers, guys. And again, thank you, Ben, for sending me these samples. Catch y'all next time down here at the bar. 8.1 all day. Great pour. Thank you, Ben.